Okay, hi, everybody. I'm so happy to see you guys all return this week. First, I want to start off by letting you guys know that everything that we discuss is confidential. Unless you do discuss harming yourself, someone else, or someone is trying to harm you. Do you guys all understand that? Okay, so I want to set forth a goal for our meetings because we're going to be meeting for the next 7 weeks. Last week we started off with our icebreaker, which I thought was really good. We had like two icebreakers in one, which really got us talking. And this week I want to see if you guys would agree with the goal that I made that every week we're going to discuss some form of stress that you deal with, and I really do want to focus, since we're all students, want to focus on stress in school or school related stress. So, can we agree that that'll be our goal for the next 7 weeks that we meet? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay,
sounds
so
good.
first I want to start off by I want all of us to give a rule. So, we'll have 5 rules that we will abide by during our meetings, and we have to all agree on them. And I want to start off by giving a simple rule, um, because people are opening up and we want people to feel comfortable. I think the rule that I want to put in place, if you guys agree, is that we will laugh with our friends, but we will not laugh our classmates. We will not laugh at our classmates. How do you guys feel about that rule? Okay,
I think it's
so
good.
okay. So can you guys come up with one rule each so we can have a total of 5 rules?
I've got one.
Okay, Monica?
Um, we don't talk about each other outside of class
I agree.
or to other
Okay. Don't talk about each other outside of group. Okay, next.
Maybe the. Oh, go on, Nicole.
people. I think it's really important when we're meeting in here that we are present, that we are like kind of forget about whatever else is going on, and that we're just focused on each other and really focused on listening to each other when we're in here.
Okay. So present and focused on group.
Thanks,
Okay.
Sergio.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. Maybe that another rule. Maybe that we provide like positive feedback. Try to keep it positive.
Okay. Okay, and Erica, do you have one?
I was just thinking to make sure that we respect one another, even if we disagree with what the other person is saying. Kind of keep it to yourself, or if you want to speak up, do it respectfully.
Okay. So respect whether you agree or not. Okay. Does everybody agree on our 5 rules?
Yes.
Okay, so since we're going to be talking about stress management, um, how many people have ever been stressed about anything school related? Okay, so that looks like all of us. um, so I want you in this class to name something that makes you, or it doesn't even have to make you stressed, but name something. And if you have more than one, you can name it. That makes you stressed, or someone else that you may think make other people stressed. And it doesn't have to be an event. It could just be a test. A test makes me stressed. Yes, Erica?
So for me, it would be like big assignments from several classes all being due the same week.
Okay.
I agree.
Monica?
I always wait till the second or third person has posted in the discussion board, because even though I feel like I know what I'm talking about, I always kind of second guess myself, and so I read somebody else's post to say, okay, I'm on the right track, and then I feel more comfortable posting.
Sergio, Nicole?
For me, like whenever I see that there's big assignments that are worth like maybe a whole portion of a big portion of the class, it always lingers in my mind. It's like, okay, I gotta get to it as quickly as possible or start it, because I know it's like a make or break kind of deal.
Nicole?
I actually thought of two things. One of them is like just being worried about getting everything done on time and like having the time to finish everything. And then the other one, just because, and I'm not normally like this, but just because we don't all know each other very well, like in the big group, I get really nervous about when she calls on us and we have to speak in front of everybody.
So I came up with one, and it's like, I guess it's probably never gonna go away because now I'm a teacher and it still bothers me, or I've been a teacher but any kind of presentation, whether it's in front of 5 people or whether it's in front of 200 people, presentations have made me stressed my whole life. So I do want to take that into what I want to discuss with you, and next week it will be more of like a lesson. But I want to know, does anybody know or think that they know what self-talk is? Self-talk. And raise your hand if you want to give your Erica.
So I know about positive self-talk. So, for example, if you're having negative thoughts about yourself, you kind of interrupt that and say something positive to yourself. So you're kind of building yourself back up.
Perfect. Monica, did you want to add to that or say something different?
I was going to add that we can kind of self-talk, positive self-talk could be like an affirmation, repeating something to yourself so that you start to really believe that about yourself.
So one of the really short definitions that I found on self-talk was internal responses to things that happen. So basically what you're telling yourself, whether it be positive or negative. But do you think more negative self-talk happens when you're stressed, or more positive self-talk happens?
Negative.
So one thing I do want to work on in these next few weeks is positive self-talk, and what they would call it is positive affirmations. I think, Erica, you said that, right? So positive affirmations versus negative affirmations can make a great difference in your stress levels when things are stressing you out. So I want you guys to, I'm going to give you guys Post-it notes, like fake Post-it notes. And I want you guys to write on your Post-it one positive. I want you to take a negative self-talk that you know yourself to do when you do get stressed, like, oh, I'm gonna fail this test, I know I'm gonna fail this test, I'm gonna fail this test. And I want you to write on your Post-it how you can change that into positive self-talk. So I'm gonna give you guys about 15 seconds. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one open-ended. And if you want to say what was on your Post-it note, I would love it if you shared. But I want you to tell me how it was negative in the past, and tell me how you changed it into a positive affirmation. Anybody want to share?
I kind of want to build on. Oh, sorry, Erica.
No, you can go ahead and go. I'll go after.
It kind of builds on what Monica was saying about when she second guesses herself about the assignments that were given, like, not being sure about if she's on the right track with the discussion board post or whatever. Like when we've had papers to write or bigger assignments to do in the past, I've done the same thing where I sit there and I look at the the description of the assignment and the rubric and everything, and I'm questioning like, am I doing this right? And I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know that I'm doing that good of a job, and I totally stress about that. And then I have to tell myself, you can, like, so this would be what is on my post-it note. You can do this. You know, you are smart. Like, you can do this. You know, just read it. You need to have confidence in yourself, and you're on the right track. So it's just like building myself back up and telling myself, it's okay.
Good.
You got this.
Erica, did you want to go?
Yeah, so what I was thinking is, like, when I look at, like, the assignments, and I'm, like, starting to stress out, like, oh, no, like, there's these big assignments, and they're all at the very end. And so what I would put on my Post-it would be, you can do this, just take it one day at a time. Basically just trying to remind myself, you can start early, work on it a little bit, every, week or whatever.
Good. Anybody else? Monica?
When it comes to school, and even when it comes to work or anything else for that matter, just life in general, I always feel like I'm one step behind. I might be doing it wrong. Maybe I could be doing better. So one of the things that I tell myself, and it hangs in my room because I need to remember it a lot, is I am enough. I am enough for just being and doing me. I don't have to be anybody else. I am perfect just the way I am. So I'm enough.
Good. Anybody else want to go?
Yeah, what Monica said really kind of fitted a little bit with what I was thinking too. Whenever I feel like a class is going to be very tricky, like I may not pass it, I always think about, I've always passed my classes. I've done it before. It's something I've done before, so I can do it again. And so that gives me confidence that if I've done it before, I can do it again.
Mm-hmm.
And so it kind of just, it's a reminder that helps me a lot.
Good. Okay, so we're going to close out our discussion for this week. And I do want to leave you guys with a question that I just want you guys to think about. I don't want you guys to answer it out loud, but I want you to think of how can positive affirmation as opposed to negative self-talk help you in the future. And like I said, next week we're going to come back and we're going to focus on stress, because I think no matter what, everybody deals with stress at some level or another, and I believe it's going to help us to learn some stress management. So I'll see you guys next week if anybody doesn't have anything else to say. Okay, see you guys next week.